Okay, so the first thing you want to do is choose your software, choose your weapon of choice. I have used Zara Designer for years and years and years. It's my go-to vector graphics tool. I know it pretty well now, so I can knock things up pretty quickly in it. But there are other things out there, Adobe Illustrator, Inkscape, to name a couple. I don't know. There's probably a whole load of others, but this one works for me. You just need something that you can, like I said, it's vector based, so you can scale things properly. Zara for me is probably the best tool. Okay, and now you've got your software. The first thing I recommend you do is get your units right. So you want to scale, be able to do things in the right scale when you print these things off. So in here, I simply choose the page options and units and change it to centimeters. So how do you decide how to draw, how big to draw your boxes and buttons and everything like that? Well, the way I did it was I started off by building a overhead panel for a Boeing 777. So this little panel here is the overhead electrical panel. And you can see it is 183 millimeters by 215 millimeters. How did I get to that size? Well, I cheated. I went to MCP Panels, looked up the electrical panel that I was trying to build, and looked up the dimensions, which you can see are 183 by 215 millimeters. Job done. Next thing to do was to just draw a big box, set it to that size, and then all the buttons I can draw inside of it, I can be quite confident that they are going to look correct. So yeah, and then like I said, being a vector based, you can scale to your heart's content. If you get them the wrong size initially, you can play about getting things just right. Okay, so once you've got a few buttons drawn, the good thing about this is obviously you can reuse, you can copy and paste and duplicate all these bits and pieces to save you time. Now, the most recent panel we've built is the MCP, so I could copy those buttons from here into a new page and paste them into here, line them up, and then I could be pretty confident that this would be in scale with the overhead panel. And that's exactly what I did. Now, one thing of note, you may notice at the bottom here, I've got a black and white sort of masked version of this. It's quite cool to have backlit panels. You can do that. You can achieve it by printing a mask, which would then be spray mounted behind your main panel. So that's what this is. This is obviously the top, the visible part, and then that will sit essentially on top of the mask. I've got a video that shows the effect you can achieve by doing this, which I'll show you right now. Okay, so there it was in action. Pretty, well, not bad really, considering. One tip is, obviously this is showing the mask to be in the same page as the main template, but I wouldn't print these both like this because you want different weights of paper. So for example, this top section, the top panel, you really want that on heavier paper, little sort of light card. I think mine was 210 grams paper. But your mask, you want to print that on quite just regular paper, because if you print that on card, it's going to block too much light and you won't get the best effect. So top tip, print the mask on regular weighted paper.
Okay, final top tip. When you come to put these two pieces together, so we've got your mask and your top layer, do these together without the acrylic. Hold them together. I put them over a lamp so you can line up correctly. And then I use a bit of spray mount, put them together, and then a few seconds they should be set. And once you're happy with it, then you can spray your acrylic, and then you can attach your sort of sandwich, if you like, to the acrylic, and you should then be good to go.
Okay, so that's it for this video. I'll see you next time.